camera and spill some tea. It's not really tea, but it's really funny. I find it comical, you know. So you're like, why does she have perm rods in her hair? This is a different doll. It's funny. Okay, is it in focus? We don't know. We have to wipe the camera off probably because I'm sure it's dirty like always. Okay, I need a little lens cloth because we're professionals. Not really, but you know, it's all good. Let me wipe it because, you know, that's what we do after the fact for some reason. We like to wipe things off. Okay, so this is just going to be a little quick video, okay? See, like, why is her hair in perm rods? She had a ball perm, did it like when I got home from work today. So I gotta let it dry overnight, and then the next day it'll be, you know, all good to go. You know, we want waves. So she's got semi big rollers in her hair right now. So she's got really huge rollers in her hair. I can show you it up close. Let me show you in a minute, okay? So we have some what's called boil perming, okay? So you guys know, if you're Barbie collectors, what boil perming is. You can see there's a ringlet right there, okay? A rolled down. This one I think is rolled down. I'm not really 100% positive, but I think I rolled this way. I think. I don't know. I just rolled it all kind of ways. This one was rolled down. I just, you know, you just roll them all kind of ways. When you boil perm, this is what you do. Now, if you want more tight ringlets, you'd use a smaller rod. And this is some Conair bendy rods. I've been having these forever. They're just regular bendy rod things. Don't buy the ones from Dollar Tree because it's literally a pool noodle foam. And this is like more of a rubbery foam. This will survive, you know, boil perming and things like that. So, and you're like, oh, why are you boil perming this doll? Hello, Gabby Peel Garcia. How are you doing? You guys, you can donate to this channel if you choose to. Boil curling it with a certain hair textures of doll hair. Yes, actually, no. Boil, okay, so if you want to boil straighten it, yes, I've had problems. Boil curling, no, I haven't had any issues. It usually works out pretty good, but you got to take really small sections when they have thicker hair, okay? So I was literally taking like thin sections is key, okay? So when you boil permanent, you got to take thin sections and you're going to get really nice results. If you take too big of a chunk, it's not going to come out right. So I'm just going to let you know I took little thin sections. See the little curl right there? Cute little curly curl. So that's a preview of what's coming up. But so with this girl, we had some issues, okay? So after I did my review, I didn't notice that on the nape of her neck, she had a lock, like a dreadlock. And I was like, oh, I could just comb that out. It's fine. And I combed it out and it broke off. So it turns out on the nape of her neck, she had a lock that was burned hair from whenever they were curling the doll's hair. They burnt a section in the back, okay? So this is not the same doll. This is a different doll from Amazon, right? So they had a big old, right here, they burnt the nape of her neck with the, whatever they curled Barbie's hair with. I don't know what they do it with, but they do it with some kind of hot tool. I don't know. I don't know if it's like a big waffle iron or they just comb it out and compress them and that's it. So she had a burnt section in the back. It was just like a little thing. I didn't notice it till after I did the review. You notice how I did my review and I never opened up the back of her neck or anything. But I never even thought to check about stuff like that. So this is a different one. I got her in and she has shorter hair with less waves. And I was like, now she's got hair up to here and the other one had hair down to here. So you're going to get different lengths. So when you order these, if you're really particular about the hair length, I would wait till you pick them up in store. My doll has split ends. I think it's from the hot water when I curled her hair those 2 times. Do you know how I should fix it? Well, um, I don't really, is it nylon or saran? Is it like regular Barbie hair like this? Or is it like that really cheap hair? Or is it like, you know what I'm saying, like costumey hair? Because I know some fibers do not respond to boil washing. Barbie's hair is probably the only one that I've never had any issues with boil perming or boil washing. But I find other companies have issues when you boil wash or boil perm because they don't respond as well as Barbie's hair does. I don't know why, but I don't know. It's just a thing. Because I've had my share of dolls or have really frizzy, kinky, coily hair, and it's just a bush on the end, and it's almost impossible to get their hair straight because they have such cheap hair. Some doll companies just choose to put cheap doll hair in there, and I don't think there's really nothing you could do about that. But if it's a Barbie doll, you shouldn't be having any issues with split ends. But if you dip her in boiling water, dip her, comb it, and it'll come out really silky straight. I haven't had any issues with Barbies in general. Which Barbie is that? That is the new camping, what is it, the new travel Barbie? Gabby, I just did a review on her right before this video. It's in the Barbie Haul 2022. I show the box and the artwork and things like that. And then after that video, I did a review on her. So I do have a review posted. I'm not sure what hair type she has, but she is the Barbie Fashionista wheelchair 152. Well, you shouldn't have a problem boil washing her hair. So I don't know what to say about that. I've never had any problems with frizz with Barbie. I have no idea, but usually what you would do is you would boil the water and then dump the boiling water in an actual bowl so the doll's hair doesn't touch the bottom of the pot, because if it does, it'll melt and singe. So that's one thing I could say, boil the water and then dump it in a bowl. That way the doll's hair doesn't touch the bottom of the pot, because if it does that, it'll singe the hair and it'll melt it. So you got to watch with that, because you can't let it touch the bottom of the pot. It's one rule I have. Yeah, I did. I boiled the water and I dumped it in a bowl, and then I dunked her hair in there to set the hair. So I think that's something to say. Like, you probably just had it really high and it probably singed or burned the hair on the bottom. That could be a possibility that may have happened. So maybe try again, but boil the water. You can even do it in a microwave for like 3 minutes in a coffee mug would be the safest thing to do. So if you warm it up for like 3 minutes, take a coffee mug, fill it up with water, warm it up for 3 minutes. If you're old enough, I don't know how old you are, but like if you're like younger, ask your parents for help. But if you take a coffee mug and you put some water in there and you boil it for like 3 minutes, you can also set the hair like that. You don't have to use the stove at all. You can boil water in the microwave. The only thing is the water is going to be scalding hot, so just be careful. That's very, very hot water in a very, very hot coffee mug. I did this with a coffee mug, so it should be fine. So that's what I do. I never typically use a stovetop to boil perm. I usually do a coffee mug, water, and warm it up in the microwave for about 3 minutes, and you'll be able to dunk your doll's hair in, and it'll get it silky or curly, whatever you're trying to do. Because when you do it with the pot and the stove, it definitely tends to like fry it completely. So you just got to watch stuff like that. And got 7 views, awesome. So if you guys want to donate to the super thing, you can donate to this channel right by the like and the dislike. You scroll to the side and you see a little heart. It says super thanks. You can donate to this channel. Is your option, but it is completely free to watch me. So I don't know what to say to you, because I never had that issue with that in particular, but I would try. Oh, I think my water was too hot. Her hair got burned a little bit. Yeah, it probably touched the bottom of the pot. That's something you got to watch out for. But try a coffee mug, put it in the microwave for 3 minutes, okay? And then you dunk her in there with the coffee mug, and then it should be perfect. Coffee mugs are the safe way to go with boil perming the hair. It just it works better to me. You probably had the water. The water really doesn't burn the hair. It's when it touches the pot that burns the hair. Because I've had a Barbie doll on full blast, boil water, and I dunked her in there. It never did her anything but soften her head. But yeah, that's something you really got to watch. So that's what I did. So let's keep going. So I bought these little Conair spin things. They're called spin curls. There are 18 of them, large and medium. Not small, but like medium size, because I wanted waves. I didn't want curls, but we might be getting curls. But I got to let this dry overnight, so we're not going to do a reveal tonight. But I just want to explain some things, what I did. I did some crazy stuff to it today. So I rolled her hair completely up. I did take very, very thin sections. That's the key. You got to take really thin sections. If you take too big of a chunk, it's not going to come out pretty. It's going to come out clumpy. So take really, really thin sections. Look how thin the sections are, you guys. Take slivers. Do not take large sections. You see how thin that section is? Little slivers? And you take it and you can do it, you guys. Take really, really thin sections. That's the key, okay? That's what I recommend. You see how thin this section is? This is not a thick section. It's very, very thin, and it comes out really nice, you guys, okay? And also it helps to roll away from the face. So you can roll it all kind of ways in the back, but when you get to the face, just make sure you roll backwards and away from the face. So the two sides and the part in the back. So I think this is rolled away from the face. However, I'm not 100% positive. I think it is, but these two are definitely away from the face. You can see the little ringlet right there. This is a piece of hair that I missed. So I just kind of rolled it up, and did it real quick. But so I did the coffee mug thing. I warmed it up in the microwave for about 3 minutes. You fill up a coffee mug, you dunk her in there, and then you let it sit for a minute. Just make sure you get all the hair wet. And I was doing something on Google or whatever, and I seen something about putting her in the freezer. I was like, what? You put her in the freezer? Yeah, I was like, I got to try that. So I popped her little butt in the freezer for about an hour because I forgot about her. But it said about 30 to 60 minutes. But I forgot about her, and she was in there for a good hour. It didn't do her anything, but she had little ice crystals all over her little things. They said you got to let it thaw out and dry completely. So take her out the freezer and just let her thaw out completely. Don't try to move her because her joints might just snap off from being in the freezer. But the freezer is not a necessity. I have boil washed her, just letting her sit and letting her little head cool down. You could dip it in ice water. You don't have to put it in the freezer. But I wanted to try it and see if maybe the ringlets come out a little bit tighter. But you can see there's a ringlet right there, but I took really, really thin sections, you guys. So we have a section right here. You could see it's like really, really thin. That's the key. Thin sections, you guys. So I don't know how this is going to come out. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because this is my second one. The first one that I got from Amazon, you guys, it was just melted right here, this back section. She had a little lock, and I thought I could just brush it out, but I went to go brush it, and that whole section came out. It was melted, like it was singed for its life. And then I got the second one in. The second one had hair up to here, medium length, and the other one had hair down to here. So when you get these girls, if you're particular about the hair length, I'm telling you, if you're very, very particular, you want a doll with longer hair, wait till they come in store, in stock. Then you will be able to pick out the hair length. Otherwise, Amazon's going to send you're either going to get one with medium length hair or one with long hair. They have different various of hair lengths, which is a little strange, but it is what it is. So if you're real particular, and if you want a little bit longer, because I have one with long hair, literally down to here. This one's a little bit like right there, and and then the one with the fried hair was like down here. I don't know what the deal is, but that's how she came. So if you're really particular, wait till they come in stock at the stores, or you can purchase her right now from Amazon. She's around $20 something ish. Decent. This is my second one, and both of them have really nice eyes. So eye issues are apparently not a problem. So that's good. But the hair length will vary, definitely. My dog is digging into the couch. I'm very sorry about that. But so we're going to see tomorrow whenever we do this. If you haven't seen the review, you should go check it out. She comes with a lot of accessories. I think it's the video right underneath this one. So you can check that out if you want to see a full review on her. The one that I had prior to this one, and you could see the length of her hair. So, and this is the one that I got afterwards. There is a curl tip that I didn't take. Ball perm. Do you recommend? You could try boil perming again, but maybe do it with a coffee mug. If you want to roller set it, you can do that. But try a coffee mug and just warm it up for 3 minutes in the microwave and dip it. Dip it 2 or 3 times and take a comb as you're doing it and comb through it. You just gotta watch you don't lose this part because sometimes you'll dip it and like it'll fall back and you'll lose like the Barbie doll's part. That's one thing you gotta watch. So when you boil washing or boil permanent, just make sure you don't like dip it straight back because the part will completely disappear. So that's why I sectioned this like I did. I wanted to make sure I didn't lose that part. It's very, very important, you guys. So if you dip it, do it in a coffee mug. I'm telling you, it's so much easier than doing it over a hot stove. It's very less dangerous too. Only thing is the water might be a little hot. So dip her. Make sure you put a little head up like this, okay, and just dip her. She's about, I would say right here, you guys, in the back. And then right here, she's like right here. It's really, really strange, but she's cute though. I like her a lot. This is the new travel doll though. If you have the blonde with the blue outfit, remember I did that review with, and she came with the belt and everything. The little blonde, she's the new version of that blonde doll. See, you remember this book sack? This is her glasses too. She got cat eye sunglasses, which is so cool. So this will come kajinkered for her life to her head. So I'm going for waves. That's what I'm going for. I'm not going for spiral curls, but it might come out like that, but we're going to see. The only thing is too, when you do boil perm this doll's hair, you're going to have a lot of gappage. So everywhere that you put a perm rod, you're going to have gaps everywhere. So you're going to have a gap right here, a gap right here. It's not going to singe. It's not going to lay together. It's going to have gaps everywhere. So you have to like pick through it and just kind of, depending on what kind of style you're going for. I'm going for waves. So I'm kind of like going to dig through it and just make sure it's decent looking. But we're going to see the roller results tomorrow whenever she comes back. So hopefully you get a good clear picture of this. So we're going to let her dry overnight just like this. And by tomorrow, she should be well on dry, so. And again, I did take thin sections. Barbie's hair is not rooted. So, it's not rooted like too thick, but it's rooted decent enough, so. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, and you can leave a big super thanks down below. And super thanks is a donation of money to this channel if you choose to, okay? But, let me know what you guys think. This is kind of like a preview of what's coming. This ringlet is pretty nice. Look how nice and tight that ringlet is. So I think we're going to get, like, Shirley Temple curls, And the thing is, another tip for you guys, if you want more of a loose wave, you undo it after it cools off. So after the hair is completely cooled off, but it's still damp, you undo it while it's still damp, and it'll make more of a loose wave. If you want more of a tight Shirley Temple curl like this one, you let it dry overnight and you're going to get really, really tight curls. That's the difference. That's one thing I could say too. Because I've done it where I boil permed it and I took it out after it cooled down. It was still wet, but I took it down after it was cooled down. And it made more of a loose ringlet than a tight curl. So if you want like a really tight curl, you let them dry overnight. But if you want more of a loose wave, you take it out after it's cooled down, like you basically, you basically dip it in hot water, dip it in icy water to cool it down, and then after you wait a few minutes, make sure her head cools down, make sure she's cold to the touch, and you could take her little hair down and she'll have waves. It'll be really, really pretty, I think, in my opinion. But she's really cute. She's a very, very basic doll, nothing fancy, but we're going to let her dry overnight, and hopefully she will come out beautiful tomorrow. And again, these are Conair bendy rods. You don't have to get Conair. You can get any brand. I've seen people use straws. I didn't know that was a thing, but if you roll straws around it and you take the other straw, you cut it in half, and you lay it on top, you can get a lot tighter curls. But I'm going for more of a loose wave is what she had prior to. The thing why I'm doing this to begin with, you guys, is that when she came to me, she just had her ends flipped and her back of her hair was straight. So the texture is also going to be different. So when you get them, they might not be as wavy as the one that I did the review in. So the hair texture is going to vary and the lengths are going to vary. That's because they're not consistent with their product when they're making things. That's the one thing I could say about them. When they do Barbie dolls, they're typically up and down. It's short hair, long hair, short hair, long hair, wavy, somewhat wavy. They're not consistent with every doll, so they're not all going to be the same. That's why it's a good idea to buy them in store when they come in stock. But Amazon, you're just going to get whatever they got. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to check for eye issues or hair lengths or waviness of the hair. So it's going to definitely vary when you get this girl, whether you're going to have short hair or long hair. So she's about right here in the front, and then she's about right here in the back. So whoever cut her hair was just all over the place. So that's the thing too. I mean, you just gotta. It's Mattel, you know. They have their little issues. I'm not sponsored, so I can tell the truth. They do have issues. Okay, with the eyes, not so much the eyes anymore. Now the hair is just all botched and crazy. I've never seen a doll's hair melted before in my life. Like it was literally this whole section back here, singed, a little melted piece. I pulled it off, and the whole thing was cut. So homegirl is going back to Amazon, and they're gonna they ship me this one, so I have to send back the other one. So, you know, you know how that is, that good old Amazon. I'm very, very surprised that they actually shipped both dolls in a box. They didn't ship her in a bag. I don't know why, but both dolls were shipped in a box. So that's good. Maybe you'll get yours in a bag. I have no idea, but if you intend on opening her, I mean, the bag shouldn't really make a difference. I mean, if she gets crushed a little bit, the doll's gonna be fine. The bag will just be a little bit indented. Those are her sneakers, by the way, if you haven't seen the review. She's really, really a cute doll. She's very tightly jointed. This is the second one that I've gotten. And both dolls had really, really tight joints, okay? So she's nice and stiff, like she doesn't wiggle or anything like that. So that's really good. Her shoes are wiggling. But like she's got a very, very tightly jointed body. So that's one thing I could say about this girl. She's very, very tightly jointed. Her head's not loose and wobbly. They've definitely improved in quality, but the hair is definitely going to be a situation. I feel like the eyes are bigger now, so they're having less eye issues. I feel like they made the eyes bigger, but the hair is now being, you know, the hair is just going to be a situation. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. So I gave you a little bit of info what I did. So tomorrow when I do a little reveal, y'all kind of got an idea. You know, I'll put her, you know, microwave, coffee cup, 3 minutes, boom, freezer, boom, and now her hair should be all set. So this is a little preview of what's coming up, though. I feel like it's going to be really pretty. And remember, when you get to the face, roll away from the face. Do not roll towards, because then the hair is going to fall down. So let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. I would love to hear them. And just remember to like and subscribe. And you're going to see a reveal tomorrow, you guys. We got to let her dry. You know, when you do a ball perm, you got to let her dry. So let me know what you guys think. And just remember to like and subscribe.